What's up, guys? So while I was recording my South Park video about the Super Adventure Club, I started to realize that what I was doing was just showing you the funny parts and then talking about the rest, and about halfway through, I'm like, well, that's not very funny.
I'm gonna make love to the children.
So because of that, I stopped what I was doing and said, oh, what now? Luckily though, Satan has all the answers, as he presented me with this video. I don't know about you, but Satan knows exactly what kind of videos I like. Jesus, for some reason, keeps sending me Jake Paul videos. No thanks, Jesus. But if you're still confused as to what this video is about, don't worry, Papa's here to explain. You see, about 4 months ago, this girl Daisy Keech left the Hype House to form the illustrious Clubhouse. She did so because apparently Thomas Petroleum Jelly Petrov wasn't giving her enough credit as a founder. Understandable. What I fail to understand is how you're able to pull this shit off twice in the span of 4 months. I think Bill Cosby took longer choosing who his next victim was gonna be. Like, damn, how you gonna make a scene and then not give a shit about it 4 months later? Which brings us back to this video. I can't really go too much into it until we dive deep together, but all I can say is that the title tells you more than what she does in this 8-minute masterpiece. So the way her video starts out kind of resembles the first video I did on her. She's in her car, camera in one hand, steering wheel in the other, you know, just setting a good example for any up-and-coming vloggers who want to make videos while driving. But what she talks about here has nothing to do with why she left. I don't know why she does this, but her videos will be like, Vlogmas Day 23, and it would have nothing to do with Christmas or the day it is. She'd be like, welcome back to my Vlogmas Day 21 video, where today we're going to be carving pumpkins. Like that. You know, Vlogmas is a play on words for Christmas. It's not just something vloggers use to spice up their titles. Anyways, basically what she says in these first 2 minutes is that manifesting is real because she wrote down 5 million followers in her notebook and now she has 5 million. Kind of like if I shaved my head and then wrote down I want hair, and then when it grew back, I'm like, I manifested that. Like, you were already popular and gaining popularity from the Hype House situation. Writing down a number you know you're gonna get to isn't that big of a deal. When you get to 10 million plus like Charlie, Addison, and all those other girls who you used to be in a house with, then you can call that a dub. But 5 million? I know you can do better than that. Them cheeks alone have to be worth at least 12.3. But after she talks about what nobody who clicked on this video wanted to hear, we get some sick lake footage with the best audio quality known to humans.
Guys, you have the bomb in photo of me. I'm gonna insert it right here. Can I hire me full time? I'll be your photographer. You're adventure buddy and photographer. I'm 2 in 1.
Hell yeah, Daisy. I love when I have to turn my volume all the way up just to hear what you're saying, but then all of a sudden get ear fucked because you don't care to edit properly. Like, did anyone else do that? Like, I turned my volume all the way up and almost went deaf because of this bitch. Oh, sorry, not bitch. Slut. Like, at least put subtitles. Like, don't just be like, yeah, alright, this sounds good, and then blast a generic YouTube song in my ear. I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night screaming because I hear this song in my dreams, you asshole. But after her little random wakeboarding session / worst ad for an energy drink ever is over,
Alright guys, so I'm starring in Kinsey's Bay Energy Instagram ad.
she finally sits down to let us know why she again is leaving the group she created. Or house, depending on how you look at it. Because if we really cared, you don't call the group you made a house. That would mean you guys are just called the club, and they're called the hype. But anyways, after she starts talking, I noticed she was looking down as if she was reading something, and after seeing her do it a few more times, I'm like, are you serious? You can't tell us why you're leaving without having it written down? Do you not remember why you left? That's like running away from home, but you write down on a piece of paper why, so when you become homeless, you're like, oh yeah, that's why. But I would say after, what is it, like 30 seconds of her just talking, she just slips in why she left as if it wasn't the main reason for her uploading this video.
The reason I'm moving out is just I really need to focus on myself and my own brands that I truly want to build. And I've really just been thinking, like, you know, what's my passion in life? Like, what makes me happy?
That was it. She had a whole script written down to let you know that she needs to focus on herself and find out what makes her happy. See how easy that was? I just heard you say that and I was able to repeat it flawlessly. But after the whole point of her video is made within the span of 10 seconds, she uses the next 5 minutes to talk about nothing else but, everything else but, her leaving. She talks about everything else but her leaving. Except her leaving. She doesn't talk. Side note, why the fuck is it so dark to the side of her? Like, why is she fully lit up, but at the same time it looks like the power went out? But after she says that, she starts talking about what else she wants to do, like find a house and expand her brands, you know, something she could have done in the house that was made to expand her brands. It's all going very smoothly, actually, until she says this.
I just kind of felt like in order to really focus on myself and to expand my brands and just me as a person, I felt like I needed to have my own space to work out of, and I just felt like I needed to fully focus on me and my brand rather than like the clubhouse, because it took up a lot of the creator's time.
So basically what she's saying is that instead of focusing on the brand she created, she's going to focus more on the brand she created. Like, if you didn't want to be the leader of a bunch of 20-year-olds, then don't rent a mansion where your plan is to be the leader of a bunch of 20-year-olds. Like, the more I watch this video, the more I feel like the reason she wasn't getting the recognition she wanted at the Hype House was because she had that I'm gonna focus on my brand attitude and not focus on the brand. She then says multiple times that everyone feels the same way and then starts talking about her other friends' brands, and I'm like, well, if everyone felt the same way, then why isn't everyone moving out?
And I know that a lot of the other girls feel the same way.
Like, you can't say everyone feels the same way because you're the only one making changes that affects everyone else. It's like, I'm moving out whether you guys like it or not, but do we all feel the same way? Like, you guys seem like the type of people who are cool when you're all together, but when you separate, that's when the behind the back shit talking starts. Like, you really think your friends are okay with their leader deserting them to, I quote, focus on myself? That's like if Hitler said mid-battle, yeah guys, I think I want to reevaluate my stance on the Jews. I want to focus more on me and not so much as we, you feel me? She then starts to tell us that she's gonna go back to the house and make videos with everyone, which I hope they know that that's the only reason she's ever gonna go back there. Like, just know that whenever she needs some easy views for a YouTube video, she's gonna go back to that mansion she left to, I quote,
focus on myself.
She doesn't give a shit about you guys. Like, how are you gonna have your leader leave and then not have an automatic replacement for that leader? If I can, I like to volunteer my services for that position. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the ugly duckling concept, but that's when a group of beautiful people like you add someone ugly to their group so you guys look better by comparison. Also, I am a wild card as stated in my previous video. Basically, I'd be doing more for the clubhouse behind the scenes to where shit's just going great and you're gonna be like, yo, can you believe Nike wants to do a deal with us? And I'm just going to be like, I wonder how that happened. Look off into the sunset with my great ideas. I wonder how that happened. And you're probably thinking, I've never heard of this ugly duckling concept. And you're right, it's because I just made it up right now. But that doesn't mean we can't make it come to fruition. And I'll even teach you new words like fruition. But that's basically it, guys. The last thing I'll mention is that she says being a part of the clubhouse was a big part of her life and that she learned so much. And I'm like, you were there for 4 months. I'm pretty sure it took longer to plan 9/11.